Hello folks, we're over on the WhatCar website today and we're looking at this article from 𝘼𝙁𝙁𝙄𝙇𝙄𝑼𝙏, and basically WhatCar are using their data from their real world driving tests and giving us the 10 best performing cars in terms of MPG. I haven't looked at this yet, so you're going to be seeing my reaction as we go through. So the first one is this Ford Mondeo 1.5. You'll see down here that it says NEDC MPG. This is a slightly older car, I would imagine. And NEDC was the kind of standard test at that time. It's currently WLTP, so I'm guessing when we see newer cars, they'll show as WLTP. Now, the official figure on this one's 78.5 MPG, real MPG 53.7, town MPG 47.7, motorway 47, and rural 69.2. What I don't understand on these things is why rural is always so high, because to me, rural is going to be somewhere between town and motorway. Yet rural in these tests is often noted as being much higher than motorway. A little bit odd, but there we go. We should move on. As for that Mondeo, generally they say comfortable ride, engaging to drive, huge boot, cheap feeling plastics, fiddly touchscreen, and some rivals offer better value. And next we've got the Skoda Superb Estate, the 2-litre diesel TDI 150. That engine's in loads of VW Group cars. 51.5 MPG is the WLTP figure. As you see, we've moved to WLTP now on this one. Real MPG 54.8, town 45.8, motorway 49.5, rural 70. Again, that rural figure is a bit puzzling. Class leading space, high quality interior, excellent value used. Diesel sound a bit gruff, some rivals are more quick and fun to drive, and the 2-litre petrols are quick but rather thirsty. Okay, on to the next, the Renault Kadjar 1.5 DCI 110. This one is NEDC MPG of 46.3, real world 55.2, which is really good. Town 50, motorway 48.8, rural 69. Spacious interior, bigger boot than its sibling, the Nissan Qashqai. Quiet petrol engines, so quality grabby brakes, and choppy ride on big alloys. I've driven one of those and didn't enjoy it at all. Skoda Citigo 1-litre 60. Obviously the Citigo is also the Say It Me, it's also the VW Up. It's just different badge on each one essentially. 62.8 is the official figure on that one. 55 is the average real world MPG. 45.9 around town, 50 MPG on the motorway, and rural 70 MPG. Great to drive, smooth ride, cheaper than a VW Up. Only 4 seats, clumsy automatic gearbox, and VW Up holds its value better. This one holds its value as well. I think if you want one of those cars, look at the Say It Me. It seems to be a wee bit cheaper usually. And as I said, it's the same thing. Suzuki Baleno 1-litre booster jet. 62.7 is the official MPG, 55.2 is the real world, 46.6 around town, 49.9 on the motorway, or 70 in the rural test. Comfortable ride, spacious interior and boot, affordable buying and running costs. Weaknesses are vague steering, flimsy feeling interior, and unrefined and noisy at speed. Now, this one is very frugal. I've had one of these as a hire car for a couple of weeks and it was insane. The Seat Leon 1.6 TDI 110 EcoMotive. I also had the higher powered version of this in our VW Touran, and on a run, it was amazing for its frugality. Just DPF issues and stuff happen on these, so be aware. 78.5 MPG, real world average of 56. Town of 46, motorway 50.9 MPG, and rural 71.7. And they say about the Leon, it's good to drive, it's well equipped, it's cheap to buy and run, but the weaknesses are firm ride, not as refined as some rivals, and a bland interior. I think the Leon's a great thing to look at if you're considering a Golf. So obviously it's sister car, but you can often get quite a bit more value with a Leon. Here is the Up that we've been talking about. I'm just going to move on because we've pretty much covered that. Vauxhall Astra 1.6 CDTI 110 EcoFlex, 83.1 MPG was claimed on that. Real world average of 56.3, town 46.4, motorway 50.7, and rural 73.7. I mean, that's great. Real world average of 56 MPG is great, but the claimed MPG was 83 MPG. I mean, oof. They say about that Astra, spacious interior, relatively cheap to buy, well equipped, Weaknesses are vague steering, diesels can be noisy, low speed ride can be fidgety, and reliability is mixed. Number two is the Suzuki Celerio 1 litre, NEDC MPG of 65.7, real world average of 57.8, town of 47, motorway 53.3, and rural 73.5. But Celerio, cheap to run, spacious by class standards, reliability record is brilliant with Suzuki. Weaknesses: cheap feeling interior and limited infotainment options. You know, it is a budget car at the end of the day. Number one, the Skoda Octavia 2 litre TDI, but it's the 115 version, so it's 115 brake horsepower. Normally, that 2 litre diesel is in either 150 or 190, I think, brake horsepower options, but 115 is the lowest powered version. The WLTP on it's 64.8, real world of 57.9, town 50.5, motorway 52, rural 72. I'm amazed by this, that I don't see a Honda Jazz, I don't see a Toyota Yaris Cross, which can both get 60 in the real world, certainly late 50s. So yeah, puzzling why they're not on the list, when I think probably the Yaris Cross would be number one on it. Anyway, what they say about the Octavia is comfortable ride, enormous boot, plenty of rear space. Ride can sometimes be a bit floaty. Fiddly touchscreen, some rivals are more refined, and reliability can be an issue. And then the least economical used cars, the Porsche Macan Turbo, the Mercedes S500 Cabriolet, and the Audi SQ5. No massive surprises there. Hope you've enjoyed that one, folks. Just a little bit of fun. Thanks to WhatCar for putting that article out. I'll put a link to it in the video's description in case you want to go and have a poke around for yourself. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.